Hello, friends, and welcome to the horror section. This is going to be a response to horrific nightmares, tag of the werewolf tag. I think everybody's going around with. And my video is going to be a little bit different because it's kind of late, and I don't have like a lot of my movies here to show movies, so I'm just going to kind of talk you through it. So I hope you enjoy this, and I apologize for not having a great video, but I wanted to respond to horrific nightmare because he found the nice need to tag me in this, so I thought that was really nice of him. So makes me feel like I'm a part of the team here on YouTube, so that's really cool, so I appreciate that. So and a couple of my answers are going to be maybe way different than some other people, because I watch a few different movies than other people do. And the first question, what is my favorite? Well, let's see here. I like a lot of different oddball movies. There's one from, I believe, 1972. It's called Moon of the Wolf with David Jansen. And it's more of like a mystery to the werewolf. If you don't know who the werewolf is, you can kind of guess because the movie is a little cheesy. But there's a couple of killings that happen in there, and you don't know who the wolf is till the end. And that's how mine kind of go. I like a good mystery to mine. There's a pretty decent one called Werewolf, the Beast Among Us from, I think, 2012. I might be wrong on the years. Like, I'm thinking of this stuff right off my head. I haven't really researched it real good, but it's pretty much like horse and buggy days, and there's a bunch of killing going on by a werewolf and this band of werewolf hunters. Each of them have some kind of skill and these odd weapons, and they're hunting the werewolves down. And there's a little bit of a mystery to it. You don't know who the werewolf is, and then when you figure it out, there's a little bit more to it. So that one's pretty good. I think it's called Werewolf, the Beast Among Us. And I also like, people laugh at this one, I enjoy the Howling, I think it's number 5, the Rebirth, where a lot of these people are going to this big castle. And apparently there's a werewolf there that is killing them off one by one, and you have to figure out who it is. It's kind of like the, I guess, 10 Little Indians done with werewolves, I guess. I don't know. These people are getting killed off, and you don't know who the werewolf is until the end. So I kind of like those. Do I prefer, I think, werewolves over vampires? I mean, I'll take either one of them. Neither one of them's that bad to me. I find both of them pretty decent, pretty good. But I'm going to pick vampires just because it's the way I pick it, though, because I like the older Hammer movies where the vampire is, Dracula, and he's in this castle, and he's going to trying to find himself, I guess, a woman, you could say, and then Peter Cushing as Van Helsing is always there to try to stop him, and then and they usually have Christopher Lee as Dracula. So I just like that Van Helsing versus Dracula thing. That's why I'm going to pick vampires. But werewolves are good movies too. So I don't think you can go wrong either way. But I'm going to pick vampires just because of that Van Helsing versus Dracula kind of theme. And for the next question, I believe it is, what is the best transformation? I'm trying to do all these in my head, all the questions here. There's some really good ones on, I think it's American Werewolf in London, if I'm thinking right. There's got some good transformations there. There's a really good one in The Howling. That's probably like one of the best ones. But I'm going to pick the older Lon Chaney movies just because they're fun to watch. The way they done that back then, they would, I guess, stop. They would show him, and he would, have this grimacing look on his face, and they would, I guess, put a little makeup on. And then they would show him again, and he's grimacing again. The stop, the turn away, and then a couple shots later, he's got this fur all over him, these big teeth and stuff. So I prefer those old oddball ones like that. So, but like I said, The Howling, and I believe it's American Werewolf in London. Both of those have really good ones in there. And there's one that is like the grossest or something like that. And I believe American Werewolf in London. There's the one scene where the guy just keeps, every time you see him, he keeps getting worse and worse and worse. He's finally, he's looking real rough. So that one's probably my pick for that one. And I believe the next question is, what is my least or worst werewolf movie? I like a lot of oddball movies, and I might actually pick one that I like that most people hate, but I'm going to pick, there's two, there's quite a few that you can pick from, but there's one called, I like giving a couple answers, because there's one called Wolf Cop. And I believe it's like this werewolf cop. He's a cop and he's a werewolf, and it's so silly and over the top and kind of like stupid. But I think there's one in 2005. I believe it's called A Mexican Werewolf in Texas. I believe that's what it's called. And it is like a low budget, kind of rough looking movie. It's pretty bad. So I'm going to say that's the worst one I've seen. A Mexican Werewolf in Texas. And pretty much any of the blockbuster werewolf movies where where it's just computer animated changing, I don't really like that. But and for my first werewolf movie that I ever watched, it would probably be, I was younger, so I didn't watch a lot of horror movies. But it was probably Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox. I know that's an odd answer, but, when you're younger, you're more watching kind of kid-friendly, kind of funny stuff. So, to tell you the answer truthfully, it'd have to be that movie, I would say, because, I watched that, so it would be the first one I watched. So, Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox, which isn't a bad movie. It's more of a comedy movie. It's just something funny, something fun. But to be truthful, that'd be my first one. And my favorite legend of werewolf is probably the Lon Chaney Jr., the Wolf Man. I just really enjoy that. I like those old black and white kind of slow-made movies, just fun, you get to watch how they did it back then, It's just the legend of the werewolf and how all this stuff happens and that different things, and it goes through the tendencies of the, all that stuff. It's just a fun, kind of slow movie. So I really enjoy that. The Wolf Man with Lon Chaney Jr. An excellent movie. Excellent one. But, and I believe you're supposed to howl like a wolf. Well, I don't want to wake everybody up in my house because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. So don't think I'll do that. I apologize for that. So I hope I've answered all the questions. If I missed any, because I'm trying to do it off the top of my head here after watching all these other werewolf, and I've pretty much watched all these werewolf videos. I've watched about, no telling how many from different people. But I kind of seen what they did and what, and put my own 5 cents in there, penny cents, I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed my video. I know it's kind of cheap because I don't have any movies on here, but I don't know. I have my movies in 3 different houses, so I'd have to go grab my werewolf movies and stuff. But I wanted to answer Horrific Nightmare because he was really nice enough to me to tag me in that, so that's pretty cool, and I really appreciate that. So thank you, Horrific Nightmares. And if you watching this video and you don't know about him, I'll leave his a link down below so you can find him because he does a really good job on everything. And I hope I've answered all the questions about the werewolf movies. Like I said, I really do enjoy werewolf movies. I just enjoy them in different ways than some people do. So my answers are probably a little bit different, but like I said, I think on this forum right here we can all have our different opinions and stuff and still be a good a good family here on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and thank you for listening to me. So thank you. And like I said, if you're looking for some fun, watch werewolf movies. Hey, so thank you. See you.